Hi, I missed you guys. It's been a few weeks. All right, so tonight, basically the breakdown of what we're going to do is we're going to do some reflecting and some self-building, team building, leadership building stuff. So the way I have it broken down is we're going to focus on self first, then we're going to focus on team, or no, I'm sorry, self, then leadership, then team, and then we're going to close. And so I have little activities in each category that we're going to do. And basically what I'm hoping to gain from all of this for you guys is just a time of reflection, a conversation, and working on some things we can work on as a team to develop into, I don't know, more confident, excited people. So everybody has their pen and paper, and we will get started with the very first one. And I'm going to go through each of these activities pretty quickly. So just kind of stay with me. And if you need to go back and watch the recording and spend a little bit more time in an area, totally do that. But just for tonight, let's stay focused and stay on track so that this call is take 5 hours. So the first activity that I want you to do, and some of these things that you've already done, but I really want you to think on them and really put your heart into it a little bit. But I want you to think of 3 words that describe yourself. The first 3 words that pop into your head, I want you to write down on the paper. What 3 words would you use to describe yourself? And I'm going to do them with you. And don't think, oh, well, these aren't the best words to describe me. I just want you to think of the first 3 things that pop into your head and write them down. Anybody want to share? I'll tell you what I wrote. I wrote positive, caring, and determined. Those were the first 3 words that came to mind when I described myself.
All right, I'll go now.
I wrote,
Go ahead. You can go first.
I wrote outgoing, loving, and caring.
Oh, I love it.
I wrote generous, giving, and humble.
I wrote driven, honest, and knowledgeable. But I kept thinking of a word that I want to improve on.
And don't feel like I don't want you guys to feel like you have to share, but definitely share if you want to, just so that we can have these conversations. Because I love hearing stuff like this. Anybody else want to share? Okay, so the reason that I did that one first is because I really want you guys to think about who you see yourself as and how you are presenting that in your life, whether it be, to your family or to the people that you're trying to reach with your coaching business, or even to yourself. The things that we think about ourselves are so important. I like that quote that says, be careful what you tell yourself because you're listening. Be careful how you talk to yourself because you're listening. So the way that we view ourselves and the things that we value about ourselves are really important. So I wanted to start with that just so that you guys could get an idea of what you think about yourself from the get-go. Because I know that even a year and a half ago, my words would not have been the same. The way that I view myself has changed a lot. And you guys know that I think that's a really important part of the journey that we're on, is really starting to have a more positive self-image. So the next thing that I want to talk about is accomplishments and things that we're proud of. So I want you to think of 3 things that you are proud that you've accomplished. And it can be things that you've done for yourself, things that you've done for your parents, that you've done for a friend, things you've accomplished in your work life, how you spend time outside of work life, your spiritual life, financial, anything that you're proud that you've accomplished. I want you to write down 3 things that you're proud that you've accomplished. If you just jumped on, we're here. We're just writing stuff. So that's why it's silent for a minute. Okay. One of these things. Hi. Anyone want to share one of your things that you're proud of, or all of your things that you're proud of?
I'll go.
Okay.
Even though I don't use them, I'm very proud that I finished my bachelor's and my master's before I was 23. I'm excited, and I'm proud that I decided to start my own business, and I'm really excited about that I hit Success Club 10 last month. And in general, not really in general, my personal development the last 3 years, even before Beachbody, when I started on my weight loss journey and trying to get healthier, improving self-image, confidence, all that stuff.
I would say one of the things that I'm the most proud of that I've done is, for so long I struggled with like the on and off diet roller coaster, blah, blah, blah. So I'm extremely proud that I educated myself and have made a lifestyle change instead of just a flavor of the week. And that I really have stopped caring about what other people think. That I've been very much, I share the message that I have to share to touch the people I need to touch, and I don't worry about everybody else.
Definitely.
Who else?
I'll share.
Yay.
The fact that I made it through the first 2 years of motherhood, which is like, I was thinking about it today. It's like, it's a lot, like having a newborn and then a toddler and you're adjusting. It's like, I made it and I'm doing good. Say hi, Auntie Tori. Good, God bless you. The other one was that I made the decision to start taking better care of myself, for myself and ultimately for my family. And I'm really proud that I lost 65 pounds in a year.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
Well, like I said, don't feel like you have to share, but I definitely want to hear from you if you guys want to. So does anybody else want to share?
Yeah, I really struggle with this one because, I got pregnant at a young age, so I didn't finish high school, and I really had to kind of just sit here now and really think hard, because I guess I never had that question presented. But the 21-day fix, I am proud that I finished that without missing one workout, and I got to my goal. I am proud of the mother that I am today, and getting out of my comfort zone, because that was a really big one for me. So,
And I love that you said that, because I have seen such a huge change in you just from like the moment that we started talking to now. And it's cool that we get those opportunities even now. Like, what's happened in our past doesn't define us. We get to decide where we're going. And I think that's pretty awesome that you said that. So you guys ready for the next one? Because it gets even harder. So I want you to write down 3 things that make you special. Make you different, make you special, make you you. I love this one. I love to see you guys all sitting there still writing. Okay, who wants to share one? If you're still writing, that's okay. I just want to keep going so we don't get stuck. I would say for me, one of the biggest things that defines me is I am a learner and I love to rationalize things and figure things out. I even got called out for it a lot at Cadence appointments and things because I research, I learn, I need to know constantly, and that really defines who I am. Anybody else want to share one? I know you're all special. No one's going to share this one. This is my favorite one.
I think this
I'll
one's
share one.
if we've done the different lists and stuff, like that's where you sit down, you don't have to just write 3. I think that's why that's why I'm stuttering.
What?
One of mine was that I've always been really driven. I had to grow up at a really young age. I had both my parents in my life, but they worked all the time and they were never there. So I've always been really driven to, and I'm the youngest of 3 kids, so I've always been trying to accomplish everything earlier and faster than everybody else. And it goes along with like being a student of life, like Tori said.
And that's why we call her Mama Carol.
I used to bring a lunch for everybody in high school. Like, I'm fucking weird. Bring me a little lunchbox for everybody.
So you don't have to share this list, but I want you to really think on this list and add to this list, because this list, this specific thing is what makes you you, what makes you different, what makes you special, what makes people want to be around you. Because if we were all robots, life would be boring. But these things are what separate us from the pack and make us who we are. So the next thing is 3 things. I know we're following the 3 trend here, but 3 things that you feel like you need to work on. Maybe some weaknesses in your life, some areas that you feel like you need to develop a little bit more. And we'll talk a little bit more about those things in a minute, but I just want you to think about 3 things that you could work on, or like think about your strengths and what are the pitfalls of those strengths. How are they also maybe seen in a way that isn't so strong? So something that I learned when I was at a leadership retreat, and we were talking about strengths and finding our strengths. And I took the Strengths Finder test. I don't know how many of you have taken that one, but it teaches you about your strengths and the things that you're really good at. And then it teaches you what they call the basements of your strengths. And basically that's how your strengths can be perceived as kind of a turnoff to some people. And so one of my strengths is that I'm a learner. I love to know everything about everything, and I want to learn and learn and learn as much as I can about everything. And a basement of that strength is that I overthink, I overanalyze, I overcomplicate things. So that's something that I really try to work on. And some of you might not believe this, but something that I have to struggle with and work on every day is putting myself out there, being available, talking to people, because especially now when things are hard in my life, I find it hard to put myself out there because it's hard. I'm very vulnerable, and I don't like for people to see me that way. And I was actually texting Michelle before this call telling her that I wanted to cancel it because I've been dreading being on camera because I'm in a very vulnerable place right now. And so I tend to shut out people and avoid things, if you guys can believe it. So I really work on that every day, making sure I'm not shutting people out, making sure I'm still talking to people, I'm having conversations, I'm available. That's something I have to really work on. And then scheduling and not wasting time. Those are my 3 weaknesses I'm focusing on right now. Feel free to share if anybody else wants to share.
I will. I put saying no to people. I tend to say yes if people need help. I over help too much and just say yes too much instead of saying no. And I wrote down working on not caring so much about what others think about me, and more disciplined in my life and organized.
I do that too. It's powerful to be able to say no and not feel like you're offending somebody, because saying no is not, it's not bad. That's why people are asking you, and it's okay to say no. And I really, I struggled with that a lot. Chalene Johnson talks about that a lot.
One of mine is communication, and I know this for a long time, and I know that I've grown for a long time. I get this on my review every 6 months at work because I'm always trying to learn more and store all that information in my head. I often need to let other people find out the information for themselves too, instead of just word vomiting all this stuff on them.
Are we still doing it?
Yeah, if you want to. I was giving everybody the opportunity.
Mine, I'm still working on confidence. Being around people, that is a really big one for me. I am best friends with my mom, so anywhere I go, she's by my side. I don't go anywhere alone. So it's so tough for me to just get up and go somewhere by myself when I don't really know people and I'm just kind of the quiet one. So I'm still working on that, which I went to Super Saturday, so I'm getting there. Also negative self-image, I still that comes up sometimes, even though it's gotten so much better. And just like she said, I'm not sure who it was, but I always say yes, no matter what. It's whenever somebody needs help, it doesn't matter what I'm going through or what I'm doing, I drop everything and I go run, and I'm always trying to save someone or, help someone. So, and most of the time I'm the one that needs help, but I just do it anyways. So,
I've noticed that about people who struggle with saying no are normally the people who have the most on their plates, those are the people who struggle saying no, because it's part of our personality. Anybody else want to share? I don't want to cut anyone off.
I will. I'll share one of them.
Okay.
I really struggle with self-doubt, and it's been really bad lately. I don't know what it is, but I don't feel adequate in anything. I feel inadequate in everything. And I know it's not true because I'm a kick-ass person. I'm going through whatever this is. But I mean, that's something I really need to work on because of that, it's affecting all of the areas in my life. All of them. So
I think that the fact that you realize that it's not true is huge. And seriously, I kid you guys not, I talk to myself and remind myself, because I'm the same way. I struggle with that too. Am I good enough? Did I make the right decision? Am I good enough mom? Those kinds of things all the time. I have to constantly tell myself, you are strong. You are amazing. You have purpose. I'm constantly telling myself that because that stuff invades my head. And I think a lot of that comes with motherhood, for those of you who are moms, because you taking care of another life and you want to be good enough to take care of this life, Okay, so we did some self-reflection, and we're going to continue to self-reflect, but we're going to move on to our leadership qualities, and because a lot of you want to be able to help other people, and so we're going to move on to this leadership thing about leadership qualities. And so you're going to rank, I'm just going to give you words. We're not going to talk about them for a minute. I'm just going to give you words, and you're going to rank each word that I say. You can just write them down in a line if you want to. One is hang on, sorry. We're going to start with 4. 4 is I definitely have that quality. You feel confident that you have that quality, whatever quality that it is that I say. 2, you sort of have that quality, you feel like you're getting there, or I'm sorry, 3, we're going backwards. So 4 is you definitely have that quality. 3 is I feel like I kind of have it, I'm working on it. 2 is I don't have that quality. It's something that I really need to work on or something that I struggle with. And 1 is I need help in this area. This is an area that I need you or someone to focus your attention and help me figure out how to get that quality. So real quick, 4, I definitely have it. I feel confident, I'm good. That one's good. 3, I sort of have it. I'm working on it. It's kind of there. 2, I don't have it. That's not one of my strengths. And 1 is I want to have it, and I really need help in this area because I don't have any idea where to start getting that quality. All right, you ready? So like I said, I'm just going to say the quality, and then you just write whatever number correlates with it on your sheet paper. So the first one is enthusiasm. You have energy, a positive attitude, you're motivated. And let me know if I'm going too fast. Number 2 is prepared. You can assess a situation, you understand what's going on, you know how to prepare, you feel like you've got your stuff together. Are you a prepared person? Number 3, I communicate well with others. Are you an effective speaker? Are you able to talk to all kinds of different people, maybe even people who don't agree with the things that you agree with? Are you tactful? And most importantly, are you a good listener? Do you communicate well with others? Number 4, Are you caring? And not just, oh, I love you kind of caring, but are you sensitive to other people even when they don't agree with you? Are you accepting of other people for who they are? Are you compassionate? And do you have a good sense of humor? Are you able to kind of let things roll off your back without getting super emotional about them? I was so bad at this. Not the caring part, but like everything, I would get so emotional about everything. Like everybody was personally attacking me, which is so ridiculous. Personal development, fix that real quick. Number 5, are you creative? Can you express your ideas in a creative way? Can you come up with new suggestions, new ideas? Do you brainstorm new ideas? Are you capable of doing those kinds of things? Coming up with new groups, things like that. Number 6, are you a problem solver? You can tackle problems, you're resourceful, and you can think through difficult situations. Number 7, do you have character? Are you ethical? Do you have manners? Are you honest? You don't let peer pressure sway you. You're your own person. Have character. Who are you when you're not posting on Facebook? It's true. We can all be super Sally on Facebook, but who are you when you're not posting on Facebook? Do you have adaptability? Can you cope with the unexpected? Can you handle change? Can you think on your feet? Are you adaptable? Number 9, dependability. Are you reliable? Can people trust you? Do people come to you? Do you make good on your promises? Can you stay on task? And number 10, cooperative. You work well with others, even if you don't like them. You give others opportunities. You can work on a team, those kinds of things. Okay, for now, I want you to just hold on to that list. I want you to take a picture of it or send me electronically your numbers, but I want to keep moving because those are really important, and that's something that I want us to focus on as a team a little bit more in depth because we all have different strengths when it comes to our leadership qualities, and that's what makes working as a team so cool is we get to use whatever strengths we have and kind of fill in the gaps for each other. So like some of us are going to be more creative while others of us are more problem solvers. So I want us to talk on this one a little bit more in depth, but I wanted to get it down on paper so you guys could start thinking about it. So Carol, yes, you are. And we love you for it. If you haven't taken the GEMS test, it's a personality test. I'll post it in our group, but that's what Carol's talking about. But send me those electronically either through a Facebook message, take a screenshot of it, a picture of it and send it to me through text message. However, even if you just need to type it out and send it to me in text message, I want to see those. All right. So the next thing that we are going to do, because we're about to run out of time. Okay. So now I want to focus on our group, our team. So I want you to answer a couple of these questions really quick. So on your paper, I want you to write one thing you like about our group, about our coaching group, about our team. What's one thing that you like about us? Then I want you to write down one thing you would like to see us as a group accomplish this year. As a team, what would you like to see us accomplish? I know what I'd like to see us accomplish. But what's one thing you'd like to see us as a team accomplish?
I didn't get that. You were skipping a lot.
Oh, sorry. I even closed out a bunch of my stuff. I don't know what's going on. One thing you want us to accomplish as a team. So the first thing was one thing you like about our team. What do you think we do well? What do you... Don't know what just happened. Can you guys hear me better now, though? Hello?
I could hear you, but you're really low.
Okay, and then next, write one thing that you feel like we need as a team. So as a team, we need ...
For everybody that still has connectivity, I asked Tori to type the questions out in the chat group so that way we can read them if she's still skipping on your end.
Yeah,
So click on the bottom of the screen, chat.
There's 4 of them, and I'll post them in our coach group too. And while you guys are doing that, I'm going to talk to you about the last thing. So when we get off this call, I want all of you to write down 3 action steps that you're going to take. I'll put it in the chat. Oops.
You're not skipping anymore, at least on my end.
Okay. And then I want you to write down one thing you will accomplish this week. Because I know that you guys are all working on individual things, and it doesn't have to be business related. It doesn't have to be health related. It can be whatever one thing is that you want to accomplish this week that's going to make you feel good about the goals you set for yourself. So that's 3 action steps and one thing you'll accomplish this week. And we can chat more about this in our little group chat, but I really wanted us to start brainstorming and really start coming together as a team so that we can branch out and help as many people as we're able to. And what? And I think a lot of that begins with self-reflection, and then moving in, like we did tonight, moving into where we lead, and then how we work together as a team through those leadership qualities. So we're probably going to get cut off here in a minute.